Hey everyone, Frank here. I've been absolutely flooded with emails, comments, and messages all asking the same question. Frank, can Social Security recipients really get both the $1,200 increase and the $2,000 stimulus check? And I want to answer that question clearly, honestly, and without the hype. The short answer is yes, technically, you could. But the long answer is where things get confusing, and that's exactly what we're going to clear up today. If you're on Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, survivor's benefits, or spousal benefits, this video is important for you. I'm going to break down what these payments actually are, where the money would come from, who qualifies, and whether both could realistically happen at the same time. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you what's real and what's just talk. If you're new here, welcome to Retirees Info. My name is Frank, and for years I've helped people understand Social Security, government benefits, and financial assistance programs, without clickbait and without false promises. I started this channel because too many people were being misled by flashy headlines that sounded great but didn't match reality. I read your comments, I see your struggles, and I know this isn't just news to you. This is your rent, your groceries, your medication, your peace of mind. So let's slow this down and walk through it together. Let's start with the $1,200 increase because this is where most of the confusion comes from. This proposal comes from something called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. This legislation was originally introduced earlier in 2025 and then reintroduced again with additional co-sponsors toward the end of October 2025. Now here's the key thing you need to understand. This is not a $1,200 lump sum check. Instead, it's a temporary increase of $200 per month for 6 months. That's it. $200 per month. For 6 months. Total equals $1,200. After 6 months, the increase ends. If this were to pass and go into effect at the beginning of 2026, here's who would receive it. Social Security retirement beneficiaries, SSDI recipients, SSI recipients, survivor's benefits, spousal benefits. Basically, anyone receiving benefits administered by Social Security. Now here's where I need to be honest with you, and this part makes some people uncomfortable. According to the legislation, this $200 per month increase would be paid directly out of the Social Security Trust Fund, and that concerns me. Social Security does not have unlimited money sitting around. We're already facing projected insolvency in about 6.5 years, which would automatically trigger about a 24% cut in benefits if nothing changes. Pulling tens of billions of dollars from the trust fund for a temporary increase, even with good intentions, could move that insolvency date closer. I'm not saying inflation relief isn't needed. It absolutely is. But in my opinion, temporary inflation relief should come from general federal funds, not from Social Security itself. You may agree or disagree, but you deserve to understand the trade-offs. Quick reminder, if you appreciate honest explanations without hype, hit that like button. It helps this video reach more people who are just as confused as you were. Now let's talk about the $2,000 payment that's been getting a lot of attention. You've probably heard it called different things: a stimulus check, a dividend, a distribution, a rebate. Different words, same idea. The president first mentioned this publicly on November 9th, and he's referenced it multiple times since then. The proposal is for a one-time $2,000 payment to Americans. Now, could it turn into something else later? Monthly payments? A recurring distribution? Maybe. But right now, what's being discussed is one $2,000 payment. Here's what makes this very different from the $1,200 increase: the funding source. This $2,000 payment would come from tariff revenues, meaning money collected from tariffs, not from Social Security. The idea is to share tariff revenue with the American people, almost like a profit distribution. That's important because it means it does not weaken Social Security. It does not come out of the trust fund. It does not affect long-term solvency. From a Social Security perspective, that's actually good news. As for who would qualify, we're still waiting on the final details. But based on previous stimulus payments, it would likely include Social Security recipients, working Americans, unemployed individuals, possibly income-based limits. So yes, Social Security recipients would likely qualify, assuming income requirements are met. Now let's answer the big question directly. Can you get both the $200 increase and the $2,000 payment? Technically, yes. Here's why. They are separate proposals. They are funded by completely different sources. They are structured differently. There is no rule that prevents receiving both. The $200 is a temporary monthly increase from Social Security. The $2,000 would be a one-time payment from tariff revenue. So, from a technical standpoint, both could happen. But now comes the reality check. Would it be unusual for lawmakers to pass both at the same time? Yes. Very. Not impossible, but I wouldn't count on it. They could pass one. They could pass the other. They could pass both. Or they could pass neither. That's the reality of politics. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments. If you could only choose one, which would you pick? The $200 spread over 6 months, or the $2,000 all at once? Most people tell me they'd rather have the $2,000, more money, immediately without harming Social Security. But some people prefer predictable monthly income, even if it ends after 6 months. Drop your answer below. I read every comment. There's something bigger here that we need to talk about: Social Security reform. I know those words scare people because reform often sounds like cuts, but here's the truth. If we do nothing, a 24% cut is guaranteed. That's not political spin, that's math. So yes, we actually need reform. The problem is, some proposals are scary, some proposals are reasonable, and Congress can't agree on anything. If you want me to do an entire video breaking down the actual reform proposals, good, bad, and ugly, let me know in the comments. There's a lot the mainstream media isn't explaining. Here's where we stand today. As of right now, no $200 increase has passed. No $2,000 payment has been approved. No checks are scheduled. There's a lot of talking happening, and talk is cheap. What matters is action. Before I wrap up, I want to speak directly to the people watching this. If you're a senior on a fixed income watching prices rise faster than your benefits, I see you. If you're on SSDI trying to raise a family on a benefit that hasn't kept up, I hear you. If you're a widow or widower trying to survive while grieving, you shouldn't have to struggle like this. You deserve accurate information, dignity, and respect. That's why I'm here. So, one last time, yes, it is technically possible to receive both the $200 increase and the $2,000 payment if both are passed. But until something is signed into law, it's just a proposal. I will continue watching this closely and bringing you updates the moment anything changes. If this video helped clear things up, hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to Retirees Info. It's 100% free and we post updates constantly. And don't forget to comment below. Which payment would you prefer, $200 over 6 months or $2,000 all at once? Thank you for being here. Stay warm, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.